All right, what's up, everybody? Kevin Van Voris, and we are in a new JL. So, you might be asking yourself, why in the hell are you in a new Jeep? Well, I'm doing a review for you guys. So, I haven't done very many reviews on my channel yet. It's something that I kind of want to do every once in a while. So, I hit up Texas Dodge, and I was like, hey, you guys got any cars that I can review? So, it looks like I'm going to be reviewing probably about 5, maybe 7 cars. Not today, probably this weekend, though. But basically, I've been driving the Demon around, and I just dropped it off, and they gave me this white, brand new, I believe this is a Sport. It's a 2-door JL. So as you guys know, or maybe some of you guys don't know, I actually owned a 2013 Jeep Wrangler JKU, so it was a 4-door Wrangler. I loved it. It was my first car that I ever bought brand new. It was something I did my senior year of college, basically to make sure that I had my shit together after I graduated from college. So I think it's a good idea for people to do. It helps you, I don't know, knowing that you have to make payments every month. I think it helped me stay motivated and make sure that I had my shit together. Because I'm not the greatest person with money, or I didn't used to be, so it kind of made me, you know, okay, I got to make sure I budget for this and budget for that and have to make sure I have money for the payment and all this other stuff. So I learned a lot. I love that car. I put about 50,000 miles on it, and had a 3.5-inch Terraflex lift. I had 35s. I had 20-inch wheels. I'll try and put a picture here if I can find one. And so that's what it looked like. I painted everything white. Not every piece of plastic white, because there was one that I saw before and I really didn't like it. But I had black accents here and there, 5% tint. Had leather on the inside. Had the painted top to match, and I loved it. You know, I personally, probably the only way that I would buy another Jeep again would be if I lived by the beach and I could just have the top off all the time. But with that being said, I haven't got to drive a new JKU yet, or a JK, not JKU. JKU is 4-door. A new JK yet, and I actually haven't drove a 2-door before. So what I figured I'd do today is I'm gonna go to work. I gotta train a couple people, and then we're gonna go do a test drive and give you guys my honest opinion. And I feel like since I've owned a Wrangler before and I own a Jeep Grand Cherokee, I can give you my honest opinion about it. So a huge shout out though to Texas Dodge and Luis Viscano over at Texas Dodge. If you guys need anything from anywhere, hit them up. They will hook you up. I promise you. There's been several subscribers who have bought cars and who've gotten the Van Voris discount, and I'm not even lying. So I don't get paid commission off of it or anything like that, but they want to hook you guys up, and why not help you guys out even if you get a little bit of a deal or a big deal. So anyways, make sure you guys hit up Texas Dodge. They're in Amarillo, Texas. They've been killing it lately, and they're the ones responsible for me with all my cars. They're the ones who got me my Demon allocation. So anyways, I'm gonna go to work real quick, train a couple people, and then we'll do this review. And I'm really excited to drive this because I haven't drove a Jeep Wrangler in quite some time. What the fuck is this? As you guys can see, this key has no buttons at all. This does not have automatic locks and unlocks, but it does have push engine start. So this, which is kind of cool about Jeep still, you can actually still order with manual roll-up windows. I'm sure some of you guys don't even know what the hell those are, but yeah, those are windows that you can roll up with your hand. The inside of this is a little thicker, so it already has insulation built into it, I believe. so it's not as loud as usual. If you've ever ridden a Wrangler before, you know what I'm talking about. So the gauges are pretty basic, nothing too crazy. These are just analog gauges, so they're not even digital or anything except for the middle. This has the, and again guys, this is the most basic Jeep you can order, which is kind of cool. This doesn't have the 8.4, this just has the normal screen. You have your AC, no heated seats. You do have your little outlet. You've got your media outlet over here. Traction control. This stupid auto start shit. You've got your little handle for putting it in gear. All the way 4 low, 2 high, 4 high. Emergency brake. Basic ass cloth seats. I mean, this again is the most basic Wrangler you can get from a dealership. So we'll put our seatbelt on and we'll kind of go over just kind of how it feels. You know, the seats feel like my old seats. Maybe they have a little different bolstering, but it feels like a Jeep for sure. I like the new interior. Obviously this is the base model, but I have seen the upgraded ones. It's nice. It's a little weird to get used to at first, but they do keep the same, you know, spinny AC vents and all that stuff. But you know, it's a two-door. The only problem I have with the new JKs is they're expensive, and what I mean by that is you're talking a base. This is the most basic Jeep you can get, and this is $35,000 for no automatic windows, no heated seats, not the 8.4 touchscreen, no lane assist, none of that stuff. No 35s, no 33s, no bumper sensors, nothing. This is the most basic fucking thing you can get. However, this does have the turbo, which they're one of the first ones to get one, and I'm excited to drive this because that way I can actually see the difference between a V6, which the Pentastar V6 is a great engine. It lasts forever. The only problem is it's so fucking slow. Like when I had 35s on my JK, oh my fucking god, it's the slowest thing ever. Like you'd floor it and it'd just be like, and just slow. And then, you know, obviously with 35s, you're going 80 or 85 miles an hour. It feels like you're going 150. So let's go ahead and take this for a spin, and then I'll kind of give you my thoughts while we're driving. But you know, that's the only downside is this is just expensive, like 35 grand, and you don't get any amenities at all. And that's the big difference. I think a stock sport JK probably started at like 25, maybe 27. So you're talking $8,000 to $10,000 more. But this, like, the only cool thing about Jeep, or one of the cool things, is you can order it still with manual windows. Because say you off-road it, you don't even need the doors. I mean, you really don't. So, or if you live at the beach, what's the point of having automatic windows and all that stuff when you don't need it? You could save some money. But $35,000, it's a little high. So let's put this in drive, and let's give you guys my first impressions. One thing I will note, I absolutely hate the automatic off engine thing. But I'm gonna leave it on just to show you guys. If you don't know what that is, basically when you stop, the engine will turn off. See that? And it sucks because when the AC is on, it like goes way low and it turns back on. It's fucking annoying. I hate it. It's the stupidest thing ever. I understand it gets like 1 mile per gallon better gas mileage, if that, but I'm sorry. I would take less miles per gallon just so I wouldn't have to deal with that. So let's hop on it and let's so there's full throttle. I mean, it definitely gets up and goes. We'll keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. So there's your first pull. So for a 4-cylinder single turbo engine, it definitely gets up and goes. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's all this wind, which I totally forgot about in my Jeep because I'd always play music really loud. And there's some things that you could fix it, but anytime you have a removable top on Jeeps, it's not going to be the quietest thing. Like when you take a car that doesn't have a removable top and you take a car that does, the removable top car is always going to be a little louder. So I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's not super loud where you have to like talk really loud to your next door neighbor or anything like that. but it's noticeable for sure. Again, it had the same thing in my JK. The only cool thing is these are a lot easier to get off of than the JK. The front two are way easier, or were easy on the JK, but the rear, like to actually take off the back top, was a bitch, and I probably took it off once, and I realized how hard it was. I never did it ever again. So let's hop on the freeway and see how it feels. I mean, it's definitely got some pull to it. You can definitely feel the turbo spooling. So just driving around. Drop the phone. So just driving around, I mean, it's smooth, it's comfortable. Again, this doesn't have upgraded tires or anything. One thing that I really like about the new JKs is you don't even have to put a lift on them to fit 35s. I think that's a really cool feature, because pretty much everybody that I know that owns a Jeep at least does 35s, it's not 37, so you don't have to do much to fit 35s besides buy tires and wheels. So that's a nice feature. And I think we actually get 35s directly from Mopar, which would probably be really expensive, but that is an option. What else we got? So it's smooth. The suspension is probably a little better than my old JK. I like how nimble the two-door is, though. I mean, you can tell it's very small and compact in here. So it's definitely weird driving a Wrangler again. It's one of the vehicles that I think drives like nothing else. You're in like a big square box, but I do like them. I mean, Wranglers are great cars. You know, for me, if I was gonna get another Jeep, I wouldn't get a base, that's for sure. So let's just stay on the freeway and we'll hop down a little bit and see if we can. So that's foot to the floor. I mean, it definitely gets up and goes for sure. So, and this should have the 8-speed automatic in it. I really like this. That's a cool little feature right there. So this up here is pretty fucking loud though. It's actually seems a lot louder than my old Jeep. So I don't know if maybe these aren't sealed right. I'm not really sure. So, but it's a Jeep, you know. You don't buy Jeeps for the gas mileage. You don't buy Jeeps because they're quiet. You buy a Jeep Wrangler because you want a badass off-road vehicle that won't ever get stuck in snow or rain or whatever, mud, and you know, that's why you buy a Wrangler. There's none because of how big those back windows are, which is great. I know in some vehicles blind spots are a bitch, but in this, not too bad. So in my JK, was never in any accidents or anything. So, but you have really good visibility. This has 96 miles on it. So this is about as base as you can get. This would be a really good like off-road rig because again, it doesn't have any of the amenities you need when you're off-roading. You don't need heated seats. You don't need a heated steering wheel. You don't need side markers. You don't need, you know, lane assist. You don't need any of that. You know, so this would be a good like project Jeep that you could buy brand new and then just fucking put a bunch of money into it and go off-roading. But you know, even if you didn't want to go put a bunch of money into it, you could throw some 35s on it. And I've seen a bunch of stock Jeeps go on different trails online by Jeep and you know, do really, really well in their stock form. And that's what's awesome about Jeeps. You know, a lot of other vehicles you have to do a lot of stuff to. You know, again, my old JK, it didn't have much done to it as far as like a lift and everything else. My brother's had a lot more done to his. So there's the old Jeep, which there's a Sport also. So actually that's the Sahara. So that's kind of what mine looked like. Mine was a little different. I was really unsure about how the new Wranglers looked, but seeing one next to an older one, I really like how much more aggressive they look. And they didn't change too much. Like the windshield is a little more tilted. If you guys have owned a JK, you know that the windshields are like straight up and down, and you can get rock chips. I think I went through like 4 or 5 windshields in the ownership of like 3 years. So But we're on the freeway. It rides nice and smooth. Again, obviously that'll change if you have different off-road tires. The only thing that's bugging me is this is extremely loud. Really, really loud. But otherwise, other than that, and it might just be because it's a sport and maybe it doesn't have the insulation like the Rubicons do, or the Saharas. But, you know, I really do like Jeeps. If I ever own a beach house or live at the beach, I'll definitely be buying one. I wouldn't really probably go off-roading, but I think a beach like this Jeep would be a great beach vehicle because, again, you don't need doors, you don't need heated seats, you don't need any of the amenities that, you know, you would normally need on another Jeep. Now, if this is a daily driver, I wouldn't get this. I would upgrade and get, you know, a more of a spec'd out one. I really do like the two-door one. It's very nice. So, you know, as far as what do I give it, you know, it's nice. I personally wouldn't buy the Sport. Again, you know, if I'm gonna buy a vehicle, I want to buy something that has amenities, and especially like this would be, you know, if I was buying a daily driver on my Jeep, I'd want heated seats, I'd want cooled seats, I want the big, nice stereo, you know, and I would pay extra for that, but that's okay. That's what I would want. You know, I think a Sport bare minimum like this would be great for somebody who wants to just either have like a toy, like a beach car, or even like, or just something you could fuck up and not have to worry about it. So it's nice though. I do like Jeep. Again, I love Jeeps. I have a Grand Cherokee Trackhawk right now. You know, I'll buy a Wrangler again in the future, but probably not for a while. And I think honestly, I'd probably get a two-door because I never use the back seats on those. And this has back seats, but honestly, I'd probably rip that out and just use it as storage. But these are really nice cars. If you guys are interested in purchasing this or any other Wrangler or any other Mopar product, you guys can hit up Texas Dodge, hit up Luis Viscano. But if you guys like these type of reviews, let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm trying to bring more variety to the channel, and I was like, you know what? I've got some free time today. Why don't I go and see if I can do some reviews? So if you guys like this, I'll keep doing more of them, and I'll try and be as honest as I can. You know, it rides smooth, it's nice, but it's just loud as fuck. But, you know, again, you're buying a Wrangler because it's an off-road vehicle that you'll never get stuck in. You're not buying it for the gas mileage. But to be honest, if I was gonna get a V6 or a turbo, if that was gonna be between the two, and knowing I would get better gas mileage with the turbo, and this has more power than the V6, I would opt for the turbo. This feels way, way better than the V6. Like, leaps and bounds. Like, I feel like I could put 35s on this and not have to worry about fucking slamming the gas and going like 25 miles an hour. And those of you guys who know, or who have had a JK know what I'm talking about, or any Wrangler really know what I'm talking about. So I think the turbo option is really cool. I think they'll probably end up phasing out the V6. To be honest, I really wish they would put the SRT, the 392 engine in these. Now that would be dope. Or a Hellcat powered Jeep, that'd be cool too. So I'm gonna see if I can review some of these. So we got a Durango, we've got an SRT. So I'm gonna see what we can do to review. If you guys wanna see some of these, comment below. Let me know what you guys wanna see to review, and I'll make sure that I get with them and do some reviews. But thank you guys for watching today's video. My name is Kevin Van Voris. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram and on Snapchat at CaliBoyKev. This is my Jeep JK review, and I'm out this bitch.